Well, hi guys. On this Wednesday afternoon, I've got my middle schooler leaving for track practice and my high schooler getting ready for a baseball game. So we're still in the middle of the crazy spring schedule, but I'm so excited to show you. I'm going to try to do a quick walkthrough of some of my new product. Yay! Because yesterday, May the 4th be with you, yesterday was the first day that our catalog went live. So now when you order, you can order all new product and it's gorgeous. It's beautiful. I love it. So, and I didn't even order everything I wanted, but I ordered a lot. Hey, Teresa. And I normally don't pay for expedited shipping, but because we couldn't pre-order so much, I went ahead and splurged. That's the fun thing about it being demonstrator. I had $139 worth of product credit. So I kind of justified using some of that for product and some of it for my extra fast shipping. So I just ordered it yesterday morning and it came here, I don't know, a couple hours ago. So we'll look through my new stash of stuff and then I'll make a few cards showing you the new Quiet Meadows bundle. And just a little spoiler alert, I'm probably going to use this stamp set and some of the Memories and More card pieces and stuff for my June class. So I'm looking forward to showing you pieces from that too. So anyhow, as you join along, just say hi. If you're watching the replay, just say hello to, ask questions if you need to, and make comments. Love to see who's visited. Hey, Chris. And I love all of those of you who set your alarms and come visit me at 2:30 on Wednesdays. So I always appreciate when I'm not here just talking to myself. So thank you girls for being faithful watchers and I appreciate it. So hopefully I'll inspire you today, but and I may make your wish list grow longer today. Sorry, not sorry. So first, let's get a look at, and I can actually open up the catalog because it's live, woohoo, and show you some fun. So let's turn around and look at some of my new stash. Are you excited? Now, I wish I didn't have to sleep. I mean, I do like sleep, don't get me wrong, but now I just need time to play with all this stuff, right? So, new catalog stuff. This paper. What is this called? Ombre specialty paper. I'm telling you, paper is just so much prettier. Yeah, I'm pretty good at making your list longer. This ombre paper is like glitter paper. So Teresa, you were just looking at that sparkly, just white, but look at this ombre paper. It's gorgeous. And so it's in, what colors is it in? Does it say on the back here? Doesn't say exactly what colors these are, but it's gorgeous. Like this looks a little bit like Calypso Coral maybe. And this looks like Daffodil Delight. This looks like Pacific Point or some royal blue. This looks like maybe Highland Heather or maybe Gorgeous Grape. I don't know because it gets lighter, so. How pretty is that? Gorgeous, sparkly ombre paper. Oh my goodness, are you ready? Are you guys ready to look at all this stuff? Okay, Sunny Sentiments. I'm a sucker for different fonts and I love these sentiments. Thought you could use some sunny thoughts today. A happy hello to you. I know we've been out of touch, but I think about you more often than you know. Hoping your birthday's filled with all the best things, and thank you for all the little things you do and for your big heart. There's quite a few of you, and some of you are watching that I think have really big hearts, and I love very much. I got this Brew Some Fun in the new catalog because it matches with some of I'd gotten that whole coffee, the coffee dyes, and it matches with this. And so I'm not actually even a coffee lover, but I do drink tea. But I have a lot of friends who do drink coffee and teachers who sometimes they give like Starbucks gift cards. So I thought this could be cute. I'm so excited about this, many happenings. So remember when I showed you stamping the many messages? And this is on one a huge stamp. Oh, thank you, Chris. So Gorgeous Grape, Mango Melody, Night of Navy, and oh, Poppy Parade. That looked a little more orange than Poppy Parade, but cool. So this is also like many messages where all the images are on one big stamp, and I'll probably use my Stamparatus again and do it a few times in different colors. And the same die that works with many messages will, let's see, which way does it? Work. Does it work that way? Okay. Let me get it in the right way here. Ta-da! Okay. So this is a little bit smaller than True to Life here, but this one die will match, and I don't know if I'm even going to put the sticker on all of them, but it will match over all of the stamped images. So when it is stamped that way, it'll match over it. And then you can cut out all of those images all at one time, which is really cool. So this one has Happily Ever After, Thank You for Being My Friend, Bundle of Joy. So it's got a couple Sweet Baby, There Are No Words, Friends Forever, Loves and Hugs, has a Congrats, Time to Relax, The Loss is Immeasurable, but so is the Love Left Behind. So it's got some Thinking of You and Sympathy. So I had to have that one. I think it's so cool that you can stamp all those at one time and then cut them all out. I thought this was cool too. Best chapter. The best chapter of your life is about to begin. That could be used for marriage, or it could be graduation time. So that you could use it for different things. Having a baby even. Moving, because here it has happy retirement, congratulations to you, happy wedding day, happy housewarming, congrats Smarty Pants, so some kind of graduation, welcome to parenthood. And then it's got some cute, you are strong, brilliant, beautiful. Sometimes we can't do it alone, that's why I'm here for you. You've got this. Take time to do what makes your soul happy. And like a retirement one, relax, eat, travel, indulge, read, enjoy. I thought that was cute. So best chapter. I already have the Beauty of Friendship with the trees and stuff, but this is like a bark embossing folder. So I had to have that. Here is a photopolymer set with just some pretty script words that you could mix and match together. So create, friends, celebrate, amazing love, and put those together. Here's another stamp set I thought really pretty. I'm excited to play with this. I love the font. Love, love, love the font of it. Just because of the way it's written, it almost just got me. It could have said anything. But I like the just because, a little sunshine for your day. Even the darkest night will pass and the sun will rise, and you've been on my mind. So pretty sentiments. Even if I don't always use it with the clouds and the sun rays, it's nice to have more sentiments. Pulling out more stuff here. What else? What else? I didn't even get the stamp set that goes with this. What flower is this? Pansies. The dies were a little bit overwhelming to me, and this is where, you know, different strokes for different folks, right? But this, goodness, I had to have this paper because it's got a lot of the new ink colors, and I'll show you more than even the flowers, even though the flowers are really pretty. I love some of the patterns in this. Stubborn paper. I tried to pre-open some of these so that I could be quicker here. All right, so let's just take that off. Okay, so there's a quick little yellow sheet with tiny little flowers, lots of leaves, and then, ooh, I'll probably be using all of this side. This is why I got this paper, mostly for the gingham. And these are pretty leaves. You could use these, or flowers. You could use these with any flowers that you have. Oh yes, this is why I got it. I love gingham. I love it so much. It's such a great classic background. And these, I don't have the dies or the stamp set, but I could fussy cut these out and still make some pretty cards with those flowers. And there's the other side. Pretty. This is beautiful. Beautiful paper. I'm telling you, I try to say no to Stampin' Up's paper, but they just keep making it prettier and prettier, and I have a hard time saying no to any of it. There's some of the peach. Awesome. Love that paper. So that's the, I forget the official name of it, but the Pansy paper. And here is, I think it's in the In Colors. Let's see. So the In Color Sheer Vellum. Okay. I almost didn't get this, but wow. I didn't even realize. So sheer, look at, I don't know. Can you see how this is sparkly? I didn't even realize how sparkly it was. This is why I love our products, because it almost always looks way more beautiful in person. Wow, this is so pretty, very sparkly. So in all of our In Colors, so we've got Soft Succulent, the Polished Pink, the Evening Evergreen, and this is what I love about Stampin' Up, guys. This is why I'm gonna be hooked forever, because I can get, here's the Pale Papaya, I can get shimmery vellum in it, and I can get the ink pads in it, and I can get markers in the same color, and I can get ribbon in the same color, and I can get blends markers in the same color, and the paper and designer paper, like everything I can get in these colors, and they match and look so awesome. Here is the In Colors of the designer paper. I love these designs. So cute. So great for backgrounds. So our new In Colors are gorgeous. You're going to want to get a couple things of the In Colors because they're so beautiful. And even if you can't afford to get the whole set of the stamps, I can't tell you which color would be my favorite. The purple would probably, the Fresh Freesia would probably be one of my favorites, but I really do like them all. Like here's all the In Colors in the ribbon. So pretty. I love this. The little sheer ribbon and a little bit of linen on there. And I don't know, I can't tell you, they're all just really pretty colors. Yes, Teresa, so pretty. This, oh, I knew it was gonna be pretty, but this is even more pretty in person. Love it. Here's some more ombre things. I got these little, this is why I was hoping that I would pre-order these, but they had run out because I wanted to have little goodie bags for people who came to my open house. But trust me, people are still getting lots of free stuff when you come to my open house. In fact, speaking of my open house, tomorrow is the last day of my open house. If you want to come, if you order anything from the new catalog, you get that much in my retired product for free. So people are going home with lots of free stuff. It's been fun. So I've gotten rid of a lot of stuff, but you see all the stuff I'm showing you right now? This is why I need to get rid of stuff. Ooh, I'm excited about these. So if you remember, I don't know, a couple months ago, I showed you the little cute the mini boss. So these are more the skinny embossing folders that will work with the mini boss. So polka dots and checks. Fun. See you, Gabe. This is really cool. I think these are even adhesive sheets, but they're linen material. I'm gonna have fun with this. So yeah, I think, yeah, there is an adhesive sheet on there, so you can cut it out or use it as a background. And it's got, can you hear that? It's got a, it's like real linen. It's very cool. So fun. I'm gonna have fun with that. I just cleaned in my Stampin' Up room last night and I'm making a mess here, but that's all right. All right, here's some new boxes. Every once in a while it's fun to give a friend or a teacher or a coworker or just a loved one something, a cute little gift in a box. And I thought these looked so sweet. And again, in person, they're just so cute. I love this. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to fold these. Wonder if they come in 2 pieces. So there's this piece that folds in. Ah, so there would be a top to your box, or maybe that's the bottom to your box. Not sure how to make the top. Oh yeah, so then this is the top of your box. So the top 2 fold in, the top lid folds and tucks in too. And this is actually just your lid of your box. That's cool. How fun is that? That was not too hard to figure out. Oh my goodness, and it just tucks right in. You don't even really have to put, that's brilliant. How cute is that? And you could fit quite a bit in here. That's pretty big space. So fun little boxes, scalloped topped boxes. All right, these are the pieces, and I'll show you when I get into making use, showing you some cards. I'm gonna use these because these match. I had already gotten the Memories and More pieces of, so I haven't gotten the stamp set, but it's called hand penned. Hey Holly, yeah, check it out later. Thanks for stopping by. These, I think this is a set of 20 cards and envelopes. So that already has this pretty, I just love how this looks. I'm a sucker for it. Looks already kind of antiqued and distressed. And then aren't these envelopes just gorgeous? So pretty. So I may do a class where we use these cards and you get these envelopes, but you don't have to buy the whole thing. So I'll kind of do a class probably where you make either 8 or 10 and get half of a package. So it'll be a little bit more more reasonably priced for you to make maybe just a set of 10 cards and split that. So I'm looking forward to that. But I'm going to show you something cute, and we'll probably make one of those cards for my class too, the one I'll show you. And here's more. Always room for more sparkle. I love these little genial gems in the pale papaya and a mint color, I think. I got the newest masks. I love stencils and masks. You can use it with just sponging over. You can use it with the embossing paste. But look at those cool like medallion shapes. Fun little flower background. I love this background too. That's cool. That'll be fun to sponge over. So, oh, did you lose me? I'm still here. Chris, you can still hear me, right? I hope so. I just got, this is not a brand new one, but I just got this one for free because Stampin' Up gave us a free stamp set. Let's see that. Ooh, I got an embossing folder animal print. I didn't get the tiger stamp set, but I'm excited about using this animal print. Oh good, I'm glad you can hear me. For those of you who love to bake or make food, I do like making food and I like baking. I just thought this was so cute. What's Cookin' stamp set. Sending you a dash of kindness and a spoonful of love. What's cooking? Happiness is homemade and for you. So if you like giving little gifts of like homemade cupcakes, cookies, bread, or if you're bringing a meal to somebody, they also match, and this is why whenever they have dies, it just gets me even more. So there's this, oh, that's so cute. It's like a little cutting board, some spatulas, a whisk, the knife, a rolling pin, and it cuts out most of these, the bowl and most of those pieces, even the salt and pepper shaker. So cute. I thought that was cool. So if you have granddaughters or people who love to bake too, that could be a fun set. What's cooking? Hey, good looking. What you got cooking? Now this Inspired Thoughts matches some dies that have trees, but because I already got the Friendship or Beauty Friendship that has trees in it already, I just got the stamp set. Because I didn't really feel like I needed another set of trees. So I love this variety of sentiments too. So there's thinking of you, sending healing thoughts, congrats, peace, joy, love. So even a winter Christmas with heartfelt sympathy. So a lot of different sentiments. I like that. I got this biggest wish. So another sentiment with words that you can mix and match script with. I just like being able to mix and match that. And I couldn't decide which one because there's another one that I showed you that was similar, but they're different enough. I needed both, right? But you could probably last with just one of them. And I just got some of these flyers. I do want to share with those of you, I know most of you who come and watch my videos are my avid crafters who want it all like me, and most of you are my downline too and part of my team. But exciting news online, so you won't see very many kits in the new catalog because it'll be all online. So Paper Pumpkin is still a subscription you can subscribe to every month, and actually a lot of these kits are for those of you who are Paper Pumpkin subscribers will see they are retired Paper Pumpkin kits.
Mom. Can we go get a Gatorade?
Fine. I know that they say that they're trying to come out with some more kits too. I hope they don't always use retired Paper Pumpkin kits because I have all the Paper Pumpkin, almost all of these kits. So you'll, but because it's online, the kits are online. Hey, Rachel. Because the kit option will be online, they'll be able to add new ones. I don't know if they're going to add them every month. They haven't really been too specific on how they're going to do that. So I am hoping that they'll come out with some new ones. But for those of you maybe who skipped a certain Paper Pumpkin box and then, oh, look, they are back and you can order them. And for people who don't subscribe to Paper Pumpkin and are jealous of some of the kits that people have gotten, well, then they're going to be happy that they can order some of these kits. So those are fun. So I've got little flyers that I can hand out to people who come to my open house and stuff too, of just letting you know you can shop online for kits. They won't be in the catalog, but there's at least I think 8 or 10 kits right now that are available for us to pre-order as demonstrators, but customers will be able to start ordering those in June, I believe. So next month. So very soon. I got a little bit more ribbon too. I thought this Highland Heather sparkly ribbon's really pretty. So why not? I'm super excited about this big background stamp, Daisy Garden. So again, that's a big stamp. I probably won't put the sticker on this one either because it's just nice and big and stamps the daisies all over, and you could just add a sentiment. So excited to show you that one too. Okay, drum roll. This is probably one of my favorite sweets and I can't wait to, I'm hoping to do in the next couple weeks, do a live video showing you this artistically inked stamp set. And the whole suite is $75, which is pretty good deal for all you get. So what I'm about to show you is just $75 for the whole thing. And when you look at the suite price, you just have one number to enter. And this is so beautiful. I love it. And it is a cling mount stamp set. So you put the stickers on. And the dies that it comes with, again, I'm always a sucker for the dies. I'm so excited to play with these guys. Look at this beautiful set of leaves. And this whole thing, very cool. I can't wait to use that with, ooh, some of that, the vellum that we've got, the shimmer vellum and the ombre sparkly glimmer paper, and just cutting out in white and watercoloring over it. There's a lot of options to use those dies. And then also in this suite are these Expressions in Ink pack. So it comes with these adhesive back sparkly sequins, and then it's got these, you know, laser cut, die cut pieces that are some really cool, like frame looking things, some extra leaf looking things. I think they're different. Maybe it's all the same. Oh, and they're gold. Ta-da! So you could use the white back too, but they are gold pieces. So very fun. So they'll pop out, but I would be very gentle when you are popping out laser cut pieces, because some of them are pretty ornate. So this little piece pops out and you can use that. And then you could still use some of the excess paper that comes out. And all these little tiny pieces come out of here. You don't really need to watch me do this, so I'll go quick here. And that becomes a cool, intricate little frame that you can pop up with glue dots. Let's see, that comes out too. Cool. Exciting. All right. Now I'm so excited to show you this designer paper. Oh my goodness. This paper is gorgeous. Y'all ready for this? Okay, just take it in, people. Look how beautiful this paper is. I'm gonna end up having to get more of this paper. Oh my goodness, this paper is gorgeous. Gorgeous. I love that they have artists who kind of make, almost put it on a palette and make it, and then, so someone used ink refills and stuff and made these backgrounds, and then they, you know, Photoshop it, and then they add this gold foil. I know, isn't it awesome? Yeah, send the love. Look at how gorgeous these papers are. And then how regal that gold foil in there. Oh my goodness. I know, these are sometimes hard to first cut into, but wow. These are gonna be amazing backgrounds. And then you don't have to add a whole lot to it. Oh my goodness, look at that gold foil. It's so pretty. Oh my goodness, I love it. Love it. And this right here is why I can't say no to Stampin' Up's paper. Look at that. The pretty little gold polka dots there on these. Oh my goodness, these are adorable. Ooh, love the greens. So cool. It's hard to cut and use one side when one is so pretty. So some stripes. And then some of that looks like pale papaya, I think. Oh my goodness, that paper. This is amazing. Love it. Okay, so you get that whole package of designer paper. You get this whole package of laser cut gold pieces and the little sequin, arty adhesive back sequins, all of these dies, and the stamp set for $75 when you get the whole suite. So you're getting that bundle 10% off. And how can you say no to any of that? Oh my goodness, it's so beautiful. Beautiful. All right. So, you ready to look at what, well, let me show you first. All my club members who are in club and meet every other month, I spiral bound there. So this is Sabrina's. It's waiting for her to pick up. And the cool thing is, and now I can open this, yay. And if you're not in my club and you still want to spiral bound, go take your catalog to Staples, and it's $5 to spiral bound it. But I'm telling you, so I already have this Beauty of Friendship, I have this, I'm so glad that's continuing in there. Pretty window set. I'm looking for the set I'm gonna show you. I'm so glad this is still here. Our painted poppies. And those dies are awesome too. In fact, I'm using one of the dies today. There is this Pansy patch stamp set and dies that I didn't get, but I did get all the designer paper. There's our succulents, all our fun words. Make sure to, even when you get your catalog, browse through, look at the examples that they've got, because they make some cool samples just with in the catalog to get you started and inspired. And then go to Pinterest too. Go to Pinterest. That's where I get a lot of my inspiration. Sorry I didn't have this marked. Where is Quiet Meadow? But I didn't think you would mind me kind of browsing through the catalog if you haven't seen it in person. I know I like looking at mine in person, prefer that way over looking online. It's just so much better. The cards that you'll make, if you do come to my open house still on Thursday, everyone is getting to make a card for free using this stamp set, which is called Color and Contour. And man, I got this set. The stamp set I could have, although I do love all the font and everything, but I probably could have said no to. But then when I saw the dies that match with this, all these scallop borders, oh my goodness. To die for, love it. And there's all those scalloped. I don't know why recently on Wednesdays it just becomes hectic. My dad is here. I'm not sure why. Maybe he's bringing cereal. My father is awesome and gets us extra cereal for the boys because they eat so much. Ah, here we are finally. Hi, Dad. I'm doing my live video. Did you just go to the grocery, or what do you? Yeah. I saw you pull in, and I told all three of the girls that are watching that you're probably bringing cereal.
You got a loose tooth? Let me see.
Oh, good. Sam's showing Grandpa his loose tooth. Okay, so this one is called Quiet Meadow. And so many, I mean, even just the examples are gorgeous. There is that green, beautiful paper from the Expressions in Ink that I showed you. But hey, Sherry, this stamp set, again, it's a pretty set, but oh my goodness, look at all of the dies. This is what I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to show you the beauty of the dies and how that works so well with, I know, Chris, my dad is awesome. I love him so much. So mine don't look nice and neat anymore, but, and I was going to share with you guys, I get these magnetic sheets. You just peel off a blue backing and I stick them onto the piece of the harder paper that they come on, because I like them to just stick to my magnetic sheet. And I get these, I got like a big package of them from Amazon. You know, you guys can find Amazon stuff on Amazon. And so I did look at, I used to get them from Michael's, but through Amazon I was able to find like big sheets of them, and I can cut them up and put my dies on here. So, and the ones that don't come on a big sheet, a lot of them can fit right in your case. So like this one is actually, were using it in my open house, but a lot of them will fit right in your case, which is nice. But look at how cool these, the flowers, here's little centers to put in some of the flowers. There's butterflies, a little tag. Hang on, guys, let me just give my dad a hug. Hi.
We'll have to talk about your mom's thing later.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
They all three of them. Oh, what a good daddy. Yes, I love you, Dad.
Love you too, buddy.
Have a good day.
Well, John moves here. I'm going to do a drop at his house too.
Right. Although they don't have all boys and two, so.
Oh yeah, you'd go through more quicker, I'm sure.
Right.
Matthew puts it down too. He's a big cereal.
I'm sure. Thanks, Dad. Yes, don't we all love our daddies? Yes. And if you don't have a daddy that loved you fiercely and unconditionally, we do have a daddy in heaven who does love us perfectly. And I love that for anyone who, my heart breaks for people who didn't have a father that really loved on them. But I am very thankful for my daddy. He loved us well. Not perfectly, but very well. Because no one's perfect, right? So anyhow, all of these flowers are so cool. And the little piece, I don't have this here. I think it's up by my Big Shot. This cute little piece that you can put sentiments on is also part of this set of dies. So an amazing amount of dies that are just like, oh my goodness. And so some of the cards I'm going to show you are mixing and matching some of these things, because when you get a couple then sets of dies and things, it's so cool. Don't just think, okay, when I'm using this Quiet Meadows stamp set, then I can use these. Like, mix and match them and have fun. And that's what we're going to do today, girls. So again, this is called Quiet Meadow, and always look for, because this is the stamp set and then it shows the dies that match, but the 10% off mark shows you the bundle price there. When you get both things together, they give you 10% off. So the number for this bundle is 155847. And instead of $59, you save $6 and it's $53, which is nice when you get bundles. So this is the Quiet Meadow bundle. The first thing I am going to show you, these cards that came with the Memories and More cards and envelopes. How perfect are these to make a simple and quick card? It's already scored for you. The front is already pretty and printed. So again, for you, those of you who are beginner stampers or have kids that are getting started, with the Memories and More card pieces too, you could make some really simple cards. But here I've stepped it up with, and I was inspired by one of our former artisans with this, because I haven't gotten this one out much. This die is from, if you don't have the birds and branches, you think, wait, birds and branches. But seriously, this is the reason I got this whole bundle, was because of this really cool. There's a cool border, and then it cuts out all these birds and branches. But I really was excited to use this die, and it just cuts out the negative part of that. Isn't that pretty? So I was super excited when I saw somebody use that, and I was like, I've got to do that with this set because it's so pretty. So I'm going to actually use a sentiment from the other stamp set that I showed you. So I'm using You Are Amazing, and this is the Pale Papaya because it matches the envelope. And I'm just going to stamp You Are Amazing down here in Pale Papaya. And I love how that makes it pop, and then it will match. Then it will match with my envelope as well, which is cool. And I was trying to think if I want to. I think I do want to tie around a little bit of Pale Papaya ribbon. Again, this is the beauty of Stampin' Up and how everything coordinates. Because I used the Pale Papaya ink, I'm going to tie a bow around the bottom of the flowers here. So make a little bouquet of these flowers. And I just cut the two different of the dies out in, I think this is Sahara Sand. So it's one of our light neutrals, and then just white. So I'm tying a bow around the bottom of these. See if I can get my bow to sometimes I've had people say, tie your bow upside down and then it'll end up right side up. I'm not exactly sure how that works, but we're just gonna pull it tight. I'm gonna make my bows a little bit, or the ears of the bow a little bit smaller. There. Trim those off. This is what I love about the coordination of Stampin' Up, really. So my die cutting machine did the work of cutting those flowers out. I'm gonna pop these up with some dimensionals. So just one in each corner. Now, if you really wanted to, you could also put this white piece through an embossing folder and give it an embossed look. Oh, I should have tried it with, darn it, I should have tried it with that birch or the new wood one. Maybe I'll do that with one of my other cards. All right, so I'm gonna pop that up. And I trimmed this down pretty close to the frame because I just love the printed cardstock. Isn't it pretty? Such a pretty print. I love it. Okay, now I'm just gonna, oh, look at that. I forgot that I added on the white piece, we'll slide that out. On the white piece, I had cut this out on an adhesive sheet on the back of white. So this one is already sticky and I don't need to put any dimensionals on it because the whole thing is gonna stick. The beauty of our adhesive sheets. Fun. And you know, it's really okay that it didn't all peel off. So I'm gonna stick that down first and kind of over the edge. And then this one I can put some little mini dimensionals on and real quick throw it over. This one's got the ribbon on it, so. Put a couple little mini dimensionals on there. I love that we have regular and mini dimensionals now. And then I'll tilt that one to the side a little bit. And maybe I'll actually add a glue dot underneath where the bow is at. And my husband's coming home now too. Goodness, it's usually not like Grand Central Station right at this time, which is why I picked 2:30, but you never know what you're gonna get, do ya? And look how simple that was to put together. So pretty and matching. And then it also matches, because I added the pale papaya on there, it matches the envelope so beautifully. Isn't that fun? Love it. So these are the hand-penned Members and More cards and envelopes. See if I can find what page that is back here. In the last couple catalogs, they've had stuff like that, and I think I've gotten them every time because they're really fun and easy to put cards together using the Memories and More card pieces. And then when they've got those simple, here it is. So on number 3, the hand-penned Memories and More card pack. I mean, this is a ton of paper there, and there's 4 sheets of stickers. This is why my card class, using these, I'll probably have you just buy like half the pack, and then you'll get to make 10 cards, and you'll go home with even extra pieces, which is really cool. So that'll be my June class using these hand-pen things, but they're so cute, aren't they? So in the new catalog, this is page 127. Where those card pieces are. So cute, love them. Okay, so that was quick and easy. And remember, I know those of you who want to order right now, it won't come in time for Mother's Day, but a lot of you already have lots of stamp sets. I hope you're making stuff for your daughters who are moms, for your moms, if you still have your mom. Or even just thinking of you. So this stamp set does have a thinking of you stamp. It's got the cute little font there. And it fits right on that little tab. So this is also using the scalloped rectangles from that other color and contour. And then I did get the hand pen designer paper, which is really pretty. I love all the colors in that hand pen designer paper. I'll show you that real quick. It's over here. This paper is so pretty. So this is the hand-penned designer paper. So it's got a little bit more of a basic, and then pretty flowers, purples. Oh my goodness, these are just so pretty. This is how they get me, because it all is beautiful. It just all is beautiful. I love it. I love the stripes and the polka dots. I really am a sucker for polka dots. I love polka dots. That's why I got those, the cards, envelopes. So that's just the designer paper in the background, and then I use some of those, and I have my stitched rectangles that I just stamped the flowers in black. Here's one with some more basic colors, so almost all neutral, but then I put a pop of the polished pink flower from the Color and Contour. So again, mixing and matching, because I used the Color and Contour, but then I used the dies from the Quiet Meadow, and I used the stamp set from the Color and Contour. And then that pop of pink is just, it really does make it pop, doesn't it? So a great sympathy card. Here for you now and in better days ahead. This could be a sympathy card or just a thinking of you for someone who had a rough week, or maybe a rough month, or maybe a rough couple years. This one, I love how this one turned out. My very first thought in making a card with these was doing a silhouette looking. So I made kind of a sunset looking with, I used pumpkin pie, our daffodil delight, and a little bit of purple, so a little Highland heather. And then I just sprinkled a little bit of water on there too, and that lifts the color. Hi, honey. Are you home for good? Or are you getting ready to go to Jake's game?
I would like to go to the game, so I'm home for a little bit.
Okay. And then here's one that I used and I cut out in Vellum, if you can see the one in Vellum, and then I used one that I just cut out in white. And I love this little tag too in there. Sometimes you miss some of those little things. This has butterflies and it has the little tiny tag there, which fits the love on there. So this could just be, it could be a Valentine's, the little love, or it could just be sending a friend love. So here's another way to showcase even how pretty is that. Like, you don't have to do a whole lot more when you've got gorgeous designer paper to work with. And then I tied around a little bit of the pale papaya ribbon and then tied that tag on with the white twine. So pretty, isn't it? And it really didn't take a whole lot of time. So similar card, I'll show you using, so just, this is the thick white cardstock. I love our thick white cardstock. We didn't used to have thick white, and whenever we used our regular, you know, your basic white paper is just not, it's just not sturdy enough for my liking when I want it to be the base of a card. So our thick white cardstock is awesome. So I'm just using a white card base, and I'm gonna use, I've already cut out 4 of the 5 in colors using our rectangle stitched dies. And I'm gonna pop all of this up because it's fun to do that. And I'm gonna use all the same, you could mix and match the pattern, but I'm gonna use the same pattern. I don't know, maybe I'll change my mind in the middle. Now I'm gonna put this close to the top because just 4 of this size rectangle just kind of perfectly fit with just a little bit of space in between each one. So this is all the in colors except for the Evening Evergreen. So that was Fresh Freesia. This is Soft Succulent. And this is just another fun way, rather than just cutting out strips with your paper cutter, when you have the dies, if you have the die cutting machine and you can cut out patterns or just cut out rectangles and use strips like this. There's the pale papaya. We'll pop up a couple dimensionals here. I love that my die cutting machine makes it look so professional. Thank you, Teresa. It looks so professional, yet the die cutting machine just did a whole lot for you, you know? And then it doesn't take a whole lot of work to actually lay that and put it together. So cool, love it. Okay, so I've got 4 of those, and this is polished pink, by the way, since I said all the other ink colors, might as well keep it up, right? Okay, and then adding these just in white. So again, keeping it super simple. I think I'll put that down first, the little leaves. And most of these, oh, look at this. I cut these out on the adhesive sheets too. How smart am I? I was about to go put some, this is the beauty of these adhesive sheets, guys, because then you just peel it off, and it's okay if it doesn't peel off perfectly, because everything that peels off is going to be sticky. If you need to, you can work at it and get it all going. But okay, so I'm going to stick the leaves here. I'm going to get that off over to the side. I might, with this one, use something from my many messages. So again, mix and match when you've got different sentiments that you want to use. Sometimes I may not add a sentiment right away because I don't know how I want to use this yet, but that's why I like all the versatile sets. Sometimes it can be tricky to get the adhesive sheet going. There we go. You may need to use a paper piercer or something to get it started peeling off, especially when they are so intricate of the dies. Peeling it off. The tricky thing is too, you don't want to touch it too much because it is sticky everywhere after you peel it off. Why is that not coming off? Then you just get to watch me find my sticky there. There we go. Oh, that actually peeled too much off. You want to be careful that you're not peeling the back of your cardstock off. That just started doing that. That's when you might just give up and say, okay, enough of it's sticky. You know, this is why I do live videos, guys, for you guys to see. It doesn't always work like complete magic. But in the end result, I'm happy I've got these adhesive sheets. Because when they function like a sticker, it's so nice. There we go. There we go. Come now. Gentle. And you do want to be gentle when you're peeling it off too, just because these are pretty fine. Okay, since I'm going to be sticking ribbon over the bottom of them somehow, we'll just leave that. And the ribbon over the bottom will, hopefully. All right, let's pray right now that this one goes fast. I've had some pretty decent crock pot meals and things that I've planned, and I think tonight on this Wednesday, because Wednesdays are crazy, I might just stick to doing grilled cheese and soup. It's not my husband's favorite meal, but the boys love it. And it's just fast. And it works when we're all run different places. It's crazy. Okay, so now that just sticks down and we've got a bouquet of the white flowers over the designer paper. So, whew, that time peeling off that adhesive sheet was not quite as easy as the other time, which is fine. Let's see, over the pale papaya. Actually, I might use the darkest, the evergreen, to make a bow. Let's bring in all the 5 in colors. Since the evening evergreen was feeling neglected, because I didn't use the designer paper in that color. Let me try that again. I'm just gonna tie a bow and then put a glue dot on it. Trim that off. There, that looks pretty. Put a glue dot on that. And then somewhere, I'm not sure where, I want to add a sentiment on there. Peel that off and I'm going to put that right there. Let me get out my many messages. I was just telling my friend Deb that I need to get out my many messages again and do the black, use the black cardstock again and do the embossing powder over the black, because that seems to be the most used one. The white, I like the white ones too. I really want a skinny, I think. I did one on gray. I don't know if gray, I don't think I want to do gray. Just a card to say hello. Could do that too. But I think I like just this little congratulations. And we'll use a couple little mini to pop that on. I think last week I forgot to grab my little garbage and it was pretty messy over here. Okay. How sweet is that? Now if I really wanted to dress it up a little bit more, I could add some of, because in the in colors there's new little rhinestones that match with all the in colors too. So how fun is that? So kind of, this was 3 bigger pieces, and this is still my stitched rectangles. If you can see, those pieces have some stitching on them, just a bigger size, so I could only do 3 pieces. And this is right on a white card base with 4 of the in colors. So kind of a similar look there, but still looks very different, right? With when you use different designer paper. Yes, Teresa, I was up late last night just cleaning, and then I just got my new stuff today, and I know my husband wants me to go to bed with him, but man, the challenge, right? I want to play. I want to play with all my new stuff. All right, now let's do one with watercolor paper and see the joy of that. And we'll bring out, because I haven't actually used much of the actual stamp set itself, because I love the die so much. So with this one, let's break out I'm going to use soft suede, and I love these background kind of stamps. So I'm going to stamp once and then stamp off, kind of all the way down. It's kind of cool. That'll just give it some texture, because I'm going to leave it just with a white card base. You guys know what's coming up next, right? I'm going to round the corners, because why not? I love that. I'm so glad that this triple corner punch is still available. Thank you. Glad they saw that. You guys got to keep ordering it to keep it going. I'm going to also sponge around the edge. I I love sponging in soft suede because it really does add a distressed, antiqued look on the paper. I'll do the corners even more. Look, that just went from boring white to, I know white isn't boring, but to exciting pretty quickly. All right, now I'm gonna make some color pop with our watercolor paper. Okay, so I'm gonna use a few different colors. So let me get a block out. And I'm gonna use polished pink, one of our new colors. And some Pool Party. We gotta color our flowers some different colors, right? Mango Melody, pretty orange, orangey yellow. And then we gotta have a green too, so. What green do I wanna use? I think I wanna use the soft succulent. I really like that green. There. So, gotta remember my green is in that corner there. Okay, so with watercolor paper, I'm gonna get it all on the right side here. Oh, I got Mango Melody all over my fingers. And with your aqua painter, or your water painter, or whatever you wanna call it, I'm gonna first just go over with my water, get it wet first, because remember, I've told you before when I've watercolored, this watercolor paper can really handle being pretty wet. I'm gonna get all wet at first, but then I'm actually gonna reapply water before I watercolor each thing. But just getting it wet to start. Because really, when it's prepped and wet, the water just blends so much better when you get it wet. And I think sometimes that was my problem when I first started trying to watercolor on the watercolor paper. It really is helpful when you get it wet first. So I'm gonna color this flower first. I'm wetting it again. And let's do Pool Party with this one. I'm just dabbing, and you see how that starts spreading? It's so cool. This is why I love the watercolor paper. You really feel like an artist when you use the watercolor paper. And it just spreads so fun. We'll get that flower. And the rest is leaves there. It's okay to have a little bit of white space, even. Get a little bit of soft succulent. And I'm gonna get the leaves with that. And the more you just keep going, the lighter it gets. So if you don't re-dip it in the ink, it just keeps getting wetter. Yeah, Teresa, you like the soft succulent? It really is pretty. I do like it. Since I've got soft succulent here. I should have re-wet this first. I didn't do what I said I was gonna do. I was gonna re-wet everything before I started coloring. See, this is when you don't do that, you see it doesn't spread as well. But that's okay, you just keep going over it. Some will be darker, some will be lighter. And that's the fun of watercolor. Okay, so that one's all soft succulent. Let's do this flower. Now, when you do switch, I went from a blue to a green, so I didn't really need to wipe it off, but just wipe it off till it's clear, and then you can switch colors. And this one, I'm gonna do the polished pink. Now again, I didn't wet it over again before I went to watercolor it. Shame on me. Why didn't I do that? gonna make the base a little darker and under the bottoms. I didn't really want the top of the flower to be darker, but that's okay. All right, make sure that comes off. Actually, let's do some of our butterflies here. And this is where it's fun if you want to mix and match colors too, because I'm going to mix the pink with the Mango Melody in the butterflies. I'm going to make more of the inside, the pink, and then I'm going to take the Mango Melody and do that on the outside of the wings. That's pretty. Let's do a little bit more of the pink. You feel like you're in art class? And now that I've got kind of those two colors blended, let's do the body pink. How fun is that? Love it. Okay, wipe off that color again on your scrap paper. I should have brought in different paper, but that's okay. And darn it, I wanted to wet it again. Wet it first. If only you guys could yell at me. Bethany, wet it. Wet it before you start. It's just good to, because watercolor paper can get really wet. It can really handle a lot. How fun. All right, so these flowers, I'll make these flowers that bright Mango Melody. That bright Mango Melody looks so pretty. And then we're gonna have some more fun. Okay. Maybe should have put a little bit more water in my aqua painter. These are the old aqua painters, but we still have water painters. And it's the same kind of thing. The lids just screw off. You just have to screw the other way. That's the only thing about the new aqua painters that I couldn't get it, because they actually screw on the opposite way you would think. So just be careful with that. Other than that, they're the exact same kind of thing, and they're awesome, and you just have to refill it with water so they last for a really long time. Okay, so I've got my pink flower here, pool party flower. Now let's get these wet first. I remembered to get it wet first. Yay, yay me. I'm just touching the center of the flowers first. That's, you know, when you first watercolor, it is helpful to, you know, think about where you want it the darkest. And then as you get all the darkest pieces, then you can go back in, and as the color gets a little lighter, you're almost blending some of that. And I wanted the center of my flowers to be a little bit darker. So they do. Because now I haven't even re-dipped it in the ink. It's just so pretty. So now we have this little collage of watercolored paper in all different colors. Isn't it so fun? I feel like I've compared myself to Bob Ross? A couple times in the last couple weeks. I do feel like Bob Ross when I'm painting and watercoloring. Okay, I'm gonna move this up and let those dry just a little bit. You could just run over your, what's it called? Heat tool to heat it up. I'm also going to splatter this little piece. This is, oh, that's, Teresa, I didn't get what you meant by my little test. You did the color test. That's fun. All right, so I'm adding these little, this is so cool. I love the little extra splatters. Again, a fun way to make it a little bit more, and I'm gonna do it on the inside of the card too. Why not? Because I can, right? And then I'm going to, well, I should have kept this open. Now remember our jar of flowers? If you guys have the jar of flowers stamp set and the punch, I'm so glad we still have this punch. I love the jar. It's so cute. So literally you can use it with any stamp set of flowers that you have, or the Forever Greenery, any kind of green or flowers, or the succulents, plants, any kind of thing you can use with this, the jar. And I think I got the stamp out, yes. Now usually I stamp first, but because these are photopolymer, I'm gonna ink up my stamp and then see if I can line that up. And stamp the jar right over the designer paper. Isn't that so cool? I love it. And then we're just gonna make a bouquet of flowers here. So what I just watercolored, those colors are just gonna pop over my, even though I've, made it a lot darker by what I've stamped on there, this little bouquet of bright flowers is gonna be a beautiful little addition. And we're gonna stick those all in the jar. So I think I'm gonna trim some of these off just a tad. I'm gonna take my paper snips and just trim off just a little bit of the pieces there, which just went flying. This is gonna be closer to the back, so I'm just gonna put like one glue dot on it. And before I put, actually sometimes it's easier to tie a ribbon around the jar after you've already put it down. This flower can fit a bigger one, and then I'll put a mini on here. Aren't these dies so cool? If only we had more playtime. I wish I could invite you guys over to just come play with me and we could just stamp all day. Wouldn't that be fun? Why does real life have to get in the way, right? I mean, I did change the sheets on our bed today. I did do a couple chores and loaded the dishwasher. So I didn't completely neglect cleaning and stuff today. But sometimes I sure wish I could just play all day. Aren't those so pretty? Oh my goodness. So pretty. Put another mini dimensional right in the base of that flower. And then one at the leaves there. And isn't that fun how it's all coming together? Yeah, you're gonna come play with me, Chris? I would love it. I love all you guys. Be so fun. Excuse me. Now I'm even gonna go back in and add a little bit darker spot in that flower, just because it blended in a little bit too much with the leaves. And then all we have to do is pop up, and I'm just gonna add one dimensional on here so I can tie a little bit of twine around the top of the vase, or not the vase, the jar. And after I tie this bow around the jar, I might add one more dimensional right behind it. And then we'll all probably be getting ready to go to Jacob's game because it's at home. I do have one more card to show you guys quick. You want to stay, right? Oh my goodness, isn't that so cute? Oh, I'm sorry you didn't feel well last week, Teresa. Yeah, some people are reacting to the second dose of the vaccine pretty harsh. So, and hard when you're taking care of other people too. Like people, oh, well, get some rest, Teresa. Yeah, right. You're trying to take care of your dad and you got a lot on your plate. It's hard to do. I'm not sure where I'm even going to put a sentiment on this yet. Maybe I will pull out my delightful mini messages again. So happy to hear me. This would be a good thinking of you with sympathy and prayers. I love all the messages on here. All right, since everything else is antiqued, I'm just gonna take this and sponge around the edges of this too, and then we'll make it match the card. And then we'll make this a sympathy card. And we'll just put one on kind of each end. And voila. You guys like it? Bouquet of bright flowers. Now, this is where even this would be a great Mother's Day, right? Flowers are, this is why I really think Stampin' Up has so many flowers. Because I know some people are like, oh my goodness, there's too many flowers. But flowers say, I love you. Flowers say, I'm sorry. Flowers say, you're beautiful. Flowers say, happy birthday. And these flowers never die. Yay! Some people can't keep flowers alive for their life, or plants, and these are flowers you could send to someone and they can keep it around forever and they don't die. I love that about our paper flowers. So that's mixed with that jar of flowers. Fun way to use that and these dies. And last one I'm going to show you. Oh, I forgot to add the butterflies on here. That's just going to add even more, isn't it? Yes. Don't want to forget the pretty butterflies. And look how sweet that is. That really does add something to it, doesn't it? You can kind of bend the wings. And I'll just put one in the middle. And let's see. Put it over by this blue flower since it was a little bit more of a mute flower. Oh, isn't that just so pretty? even the little extra butterflies just add so much to it, doesn't it? Love it. Okay. Thank you, ladies. So fun. All right, last card, because I just wanted to show you a simple, basic, you know, when you're getting new colors and stuff, that can totally refresh even an older stamp set. And when you get a lot of the new in colors and you get them in, you know, designer paper, in cardstock, then you can do a monochromatic thing. So if you do get, say, the designer paper, I would say pick one color that you do get the ink and the ribbon and the extra things that coordinate with it, because then you can just do so much more with it. So I'm going to tape this down quick. With my Seal Plus, my handy dandy Seal Plus. Love it. I've really gotten used to the Seal Plus, and it is my go-to adhesive. I love it. And I just cut this piece at 4 inches by 5 1/4, so it fits right inside the front of a card perfectly. Oh, I was gonna maybe even put love here. Oh, I did. Like once, when you're using some of the small dies, I did cut out like 5 of these little tags. I might add it to my card later, so you might see that in my pictures that I added it later. So this is polished pink. This is polished pink cardstock that I cut out those leaves with, and that's just going to be a fun little extra. Let that pop out of the side here. And I'm going to stamp then in the polished pink ink, just with my flowers here. See how much it will fit on this piece. And this die is from the, isn't that pretty? So just stamped in one color. You can use markers if you want, but stamped in one color it looks just as pretty sometimes. And this is totally monochromatic way to go when you have the same color in cardstock and ink and everything. Let me wash this off. I'm going to stamp off and do a little bit of those dots on there. And I might even stamp a few of the dots right on the designer paper too. I mean, you just can't go wrong with dots, right? Add a little bit of extra texture to your project. And then just throw a couple of glue dots on the back of your die here. Glue dots or mini dimensionals, depending on if you want them to pop up or not. But I want the stamped flower to kind of pop up. This will just be the background. So off to the side. Maybe I'll tuck that in like that. Why not? Yeah, did you like the butterflies, Teresa? It's funny how sometimes adding one more little element to things can really make a difference. Just like adding this little leaf here. Hey, Stephanie. Sorry, I didn't see when you popped on. You know, it's a challenge. Never feel like I'm neglecting you. I'm looking at what I'm doing, and then I try to check to see if people have commented, but yes, isn't that so pretty? And pretty in pink. Now we all need to watch Pretty in Pink again. And I could just stamp actually right here, You're Too Kind, in my Memento Black. Or you could make it, if you wanted to go fancier, you could cut out with your die that special piece. But I'm just gonna stamp up You're Too Kind in my Memento. Let's see. I guess I'm gonna stamp it right under here, under the flowers. You're Too Kind. And then if you want to step it up again, and why not, we've got our fancy ribbon that matches. So here's my polished pink ribbon. And this is why it's awesome to have all this coordinating stuff. Because man, you can go monochromatic and it just looks gorgeous because you've got all these things in the same color. Again, why I love Stampin' Up. Their coordination is just unbeatable. It really is. And I'll probably put that here by the die. And then You're Too Kind. I mean, that could be just for a friend, just because. A thank you. However you want to use it. Fun? Yeah, you're fine, Stephanie, too. I know everybody's busy. It's springtime is crazy busy for us. It really is. So, I don't know. What was one of your favorites that we did? Here's the all pink. Here's the dies and watercolor paper bouquet. Using those Memories and More cards and envelopes. Really simple, but very elegant and pretty. There's so many different ways to use. I'm gonna move this away from the cards. I should have just washed it off immediately, but don't you love when you see a stamp set like this just used in different ways, and then it's like the sky is the limit. There's a little bouquet similar to this one using designer paper, sponge, and make kinds of watercolor backgrounds, and our blending brushes are awesome. Make sunsets and silhouettes. Mix and match stamp sets that you have. You know, use those dies and mix them with different flowers that you've got. Using the flowers with designer paper, and different designer paper will change the way that your stamp looks. Another flower set that I've never done a video on, but is still was in the mini catalog, and it's still in the new catalog, is this, oh, now I can't even remember what it's called. What is it called? Enjoy the Moment. Now this is a stamp set that originally would not have caught my eye at all, but it's distinctive, and I really love the way it stamps. So I was just going to show you another flower set, because again, it's in the mini catalog right now. Here's just watercolored splotches over it stamped in black. And here's it stamped in a few different colors. And I used my Stamparatus and stamped on a whole sheet of the soft seafoam and then Highland Heather, and then I end up cutting them all in pieces. Friendship is found in the simple things. When you have, I forgot to even show you guys, but when you have a stamp set of flowers and stuff too, make sure you use either designer paper, or you can use your stamps and decorate your envelope while you're at it, because you can make a matching envelope. Isn't this flower just gorgeous? So again, what I just showed you with this one, just stamped in one color, and you could use these with the new in colors. It really is pretty. There's another one stamped similarly. I think sometimes we forget you can stamp right over designer paper too. So, and here's in different colors. So this one's called Enjoy the Moment. I just wanted to show you more flowers just because Mother's Day is coming up. We've got plenty of occasions to send cards to people. I just sent another few cards this morning to friends and people who've recently lost loved ones. So some of them were sympathy, and some of them were just because, and some of them were for customers who got back to me and looked at my email. All kinds of fun things. So hope you liked what you saw with the Quiet Meadow. It is a great bundle, and when you get the bundle together, remember you get the 10% off. So it's awesome. Stephanie, you like the watercolor bouquet? That really turned out pretty. And it's funny how much more I love it after adding the butterflies on there. So fun. So thanks for joining me. Tomorrow is my last day of the my open house and my BOGO sales. And Stephanie, Sabrina, Dawn, some of you guys from club, I still have your spiral bound catalog. So you can pick that up anytime. Just let me know. But if you do want to come tomorrow, I'm open from 9:30 till 3:30. So 9:30 in the morning till 3:30 in the afternoon. Sorry, we've got evening stuff. My husband's having people over and stuff. So Tuesday was the only night I could stay up later for people who worked. So I'm sorry if the time doesn't work, but you can always order and online. And here is the host code if you're going to order online. And I'm getting close to filling my 50/50 board. So every time I've seen a $50 order, I record it and I put your name in a square box. I forget where the paper is now. Oh, and we're getting close to filling it. And anytime it gets completely filled and I get the squares all filled up, I choose 2 people to get $25 worth of product of your choice. So we're getting close to getting that filled, and I will draw 2 winners very soon then, probably after my open house, for 2 winners to get $25 worth of product. And come and check out my sales, because if you do order using this hostess code, and you're able to make it to my house, you'll get to choose retired product free. So if you order $50 worth, I also have extra free prizes. So it's going to feel like celebration because you'll get a free gift from me. Plus you get to choose and look through all my retired stuff, and you get to choose that much retired product for free with an order in the new catalog. You go home a huge winner. I hope you feel that way. So, but after just unboxing all my new stuff, you can see why I need to get rid of my old stuff. I just need to let go. There's some that I can't, but I do let go of a lot of it. Sometimes I record who bought it because every once in a while I think, oh, maybe I'll borrow that, but I'm too busy usually making things with new stuff. So anyhow, tune in till next week. I'm not sure exactly. I want to spend a lot of time before I show that Expressions in Ink, so that might be 2 weeks before I show that one. So I'm not fully sure which stamp or bundle I'm going to show next week. I think in 2 weeks I'll be showing the Expressions in Ink, which is that gorgeous suite I can't wait to show you. So I need more time to look into that. Thanks so much for visiting me, guys. Have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday. It's a beautiful blue sky out here, and we're probably going to head to a baseball game and then make an easy dinner. So have a great day. Love you guys. We'll talk to you later. Bye.